I'm a bird, mother. I'm a bird.
Overwatch Classic is depressing.
Oh boy.
Well, everybody, Overwatch Classic is here, but it's not alone. Respawn just brought back Apex Legends' launch version as an LTM. Fortnite has done similar before, and they've just announced it's going to happen again. Yes, everybody is doing this, and look, as a heavy Overwatch beta through 2017 player, I should be the target audience of this event.
What is happening? Why are they bringing back all these classic things for games?
Because it's getting stale. In my opinion, for Apex, right? It got it too complicated to the point where it's just too much thing. So they want to rewind it and put like the whole classic back just for like a little LTM.
And the way it works is fairly simple. It's a separate mode you can queue for, and in it you get the original map pool, though the modern versions of those maps, but you do get the launch roster of heroes with all of their launch abilities, right? So that's kind of neat. The first few days are no limits, leading to a very goofy match where I just had 4 back-to-back Hanzo ults from everybody. That was kind of fun, but after that some sane team comp limits will actually happen.
Okay.
But you do get the older gameplay. I mean, Torbjorn's old, far more Team Fortress 2 engineered, like inspired playstyle is there. You got Hanzo with his totally bullshit
Scatter's
Scattershot,
back.
Symmetra for her many different reworks, and all of that stuff. Now at last for
Wait, that means also Mass Revive of Mercy is back.
Oh no.
Like, it's really easy to stop Mercy in her Mass Revive. Just bop her.
just 20 days, but there will be more Classic in the future, and based on Blizzard's wording, I would expect to see different iterations of the game be featured than just version 1 from 2016. But of course, where this is really interesting to me is that this is Classic within the framework of Overwatch 2, and at least to me, it completely exposes how Overwatch 2 is fundamentally a less rewarding, less sticky game with far larger...
Oh, do they have the cards where people can see who did the most in the match? No, they don't.
financial asks that literally just does not work as well as Overwatch 1 did. Let's dive into this, because what it really is a store event. Let's talk business. Back in the day, you would get event loot boxes whenever something like this would happen, and those events...
Not just event loot boxes. Overwatch old monetization was doing great. It financially was doing great for the company. It was doing great for the player base. You can either A, buy loot boxes and open them, or B, grind out the loot boxes and open them. So there's a free version and there's a paid version.
Boxes meant that, well, yeah, there were loot boxes, but everybody had a shot at the big rewards, and the game would just keep drip feeding you those things. You kept on playing, you kept on getting more event loot boxes. If you've ever heard of the term random variable reward, well, it was that. It was the core of the Skinner box, and back then it did at least work. Now, though, the game is different. This event presents you with 11 challenges. Each challenge rewards you with half a battle pass level worth of XP. Very...
Half a battle pass level.
No.
That is shady.
That's so shady, man.
exciting, and the large one gives you 1.5 battle pass levels worth of XP. Very thrilling indeed. Now, if you're a free player, well, that'll obviously mean very little because there's basically piss rewards there.
Sounds about right. And this is why I keep underlining how good Overwatch 1 used to be. Yes, it was pay to play, but people didn't mind because the product was actually good. The monetization was not predatory.
Yep.
But there are some other rewards. There are event rewards, and if you are standing up, I think you need to sit down. If you're operating heavy machinery, you need to turn it off because this is going to floor you. Okay, here goes. Dear player, you will earn a player title, a name card, a player icon, and, to finish, a spray.
Oh god, that's all you're getting as a reward?
You get that for buying the Ultimate Edition for Overwatch 1.
This is so stupid. I remember when you would buy like specific versions of like the Overwatch account, you get like free skins, like exclusive skins that you were able to only get them that way.
Yeah, the Strike Commander 76 skin.
And the Tracer skin.
Yeah, that one right there with that banner.
Mm-hmm.
That is what you get. That is the set of rewards that are directly tied to this new game mode. Now, in the past of Overwatch, you would get real rewards. You would have a shot at the new legendary skins.
Yeah.
But here, nothing. But of course, there are some exciting high-value consumption opportunities, because Coomerwatch is of course back in full force. We have 5 new Black Cat legendary skins. Skin bundles, in fact, each costing $24 to $28, conveniently priced 200 coins higher than the $19.99 coin bundle. Because, of course
it
you know
is.
what's priced perfectly? The Black Cat Mega Bundle. You see, $49.99 gets you 5,700 Overwatch coins, and this bundle only costs 5,600 coins. Now, of course, when you break the prices down, it's hilarious. $50 for everything, or $24 to $28 for one out of...
The only good thing in that entire bundle is the Mercy Wiggle Wiggle. That's it. Everything else, trash. Straight out trash.
Out of 5. So I think we can all see how that price ladder is designed. But of course, there is more than that. Of course, there's more than that. In the form of 5 value bundles at 77 to 86% off, showing us that value is indeed a real thing that exists. Well,
wait a minute, what the hell did they do to May?
Brother, what the hell?
What is this?
well, we can get bundles of 3...
Or like the hair and the outfit is like, it doesn't make sense for me. I don't know. Hate me all you want for saying this. I don't think it looks like May.
Old skins for Zenyatta, Cassidy Reaper, Diva, and Hanzo, and another best of classic bundle for 1,000 coins.
Oh,
How
God.
exciting! But that's not all, because you may have forgotten about their latest squeeze. Don't worry though, I'm going to get you up to speed. So here's the deal, and it's absolutely amazing. We've got the Mythic skins, right? Now those are now found in the Mythic skins store. Mythic skins cost 50 Mythic prisms, and there are...
This is a Mythic skin?
Wait, what?
For Widowmaker. This is a Mythic skin for Widowmaker. Doesn't even look like Widowmaker. Widowmaker has one of the most convoluted lores in Overwatch. The fact that you're completely disregarding that just to make brother ew.
There are 3 upgrade levels, each costing 10 more Mythic prisms.
Look how
you get
bad it
18
is.
Mythic prisms.
Why? That literally looks like a Mercy skin. Go back. The last level. Look at that.
It looks nothing like it looks nothing like Widowmaker.
80 Mythic prisms for completing
saw
the
that.
entire premium battle pass, and that's what you need to fully unlock one of the Mythic skins with all of its upgrade levels. But of course, don't worry, there are more ways to get Mythic prisms. They cost $1 each. Yeah, $1 each. But if you're a true gamer, as I know you are, you wouldn't make the silly decision of buying small denominations. You would buy the 100 Mythic Prism bundle for $74.99 USD.
Oh,
an
God.
amazing value. And with that, you
Jesus.
could buy an entire Mythic skin. But you'd have 20 Mythic Prisms left over. And the amazing news is,
It's not enough to upgrade the Mythic skin with that.
Nope.
they, Blizzard, have given us something to spend those 20 prisms on in the form of Gilded Aspects. Gilded Aspects cost 20 prisms, and what they do is they unlock a golden coloration of said mythic skin. And that does mean, if you see somebody with a Gilded Aspect skin, well, those are $74.99. That is how much one of these skins costs. That is more than a big hyper premium Sony game on launch day.
Well, to be fair, you can also grind out the mythic points through the battle pass.
Yeah, pick whichever you want to get.
Which is quite something. Now, you may say, hey, come on man, that's kind of unfair. You get 80 of these prisms in the premium pass. Most people won't buy prisms. Well, what Blizzard now do is they add way more than 80 prisms worth of cosmetics a season. Of course, we've had the Gilded Aspects for every single mythic skin in the game, but also, each season now adds mythic weapons, and mythic weapons cost the same. 50 prisms for the base skin, and then 10 prisms, $10, for each upgrade level. But guess what? I have a secret for you. Do not tell anyone else. This is strictly between you and me because it's a great deal. One you shouldn't miss out on. It's over 50% value. You can purchase the new Soldier 76 Mythic Weapon skin as a bundle in the Overwatch store for only $39.99, which is basically half the price it would otherwise be. But even better, you'll get 20 Battle Pass skips. Now, each one of those Battle Pass skips will be saving you time. So you need to count up all those battle pass grinding hours, multiply them by your hourly salary, and you'll actually find that this bundle is such a good deal, you save money by buying it.
He's being so sarcastic about it, but I feel like a lot of people would take it seriously.
Ages. One that, of course, will stack with the best value way to purchase the Battle Pass, the $39.99 Ultimate Battle Pass bundle, which has got 2 exclusive skins, 2,000 Overwatch coins, and 20 tier skips. Though, my fellow gamers, I need to inform you that this is also a very sad day, and we have actually lost something. And that's because something has left the store. Though, in truth, it only serves as more proof that Overwatch 2 is a game that you must log into every 4 weeks. And that's because, in a massive blow to e-girls, little simps, and people of culture around the world, the Witch Girl bundle has just left the store, because we all know
this is just a recolor of her other skin. Who even cares about the Witch Girl bundle?
one simple truth. You could make a new Soldier 76 skin or a Wrecking Ball skin, but if you want money, well, we all know what sells. Of course, look, I'm no Puritan, I just think it's kind of funny, and goddamn, yeah, the Mythic Widowmaker skin sure is something else. How's his loading screen, by
Yeah, something else. Ugly.
Now, with that said, let's exit the whole store thing and talk about the foundational problem with Overwatch here. Playing some of this event and looking at the game, I realized something. So many of the rewards here are actually terrific. Like, I may joke about the Witch Girls and the Cat Girls, but those are damn good skins. The Soldier 76 Mythic weapon is actually really cool, but it's all completely
Bad.
It doesn't look like a skin for Soldier 76.
inaccessible. And you see, Overwatch Classic,
The gun you get with the skin when you buy a premium account with Overwatch 1 looked way better.
The Strike Commander one?
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree.
feels like it's a massive event, but the rewards that most people will get from playing it are a title, a name card, an icon, and a spray. In the past, well, as much as loot boxes were deeply flawed, you at least had a shot of getting something. So from a progression design perspective, the entire Overwatch Classic event is boiled down to 6 Battle Pass levels worth of XP. That's 6 levels out of 80. If this was Helldivers 2, you'd actually earn some premium currency as you played. If it was Overwatch 1, you would earn event loot boxes. And that's just the problem here. Overwatch 2 is a deeply unengaging game. If Blizzard wants this to be a more engaging game, they seriously need to rethink how their in-game economy works. It's clear to me that the Battle Pass obviously did not produce the numbers they needed, and I think that's led to the dominance of the store, the massive store bundles, and the mythic skins. And again, them double.
What is that dance?
What the hell was that?
It looks like she's just trying to keep her brain in place.
Of the store, the massive store bundles,
Like it's
and
about
the
to,
mythic
or like her hand is glued to her head.
skins. And again, them double dipping and just trying to make even more from the mythic skins. Blizzard are wholly catering to their whales, but in doing so, they've ended up with a game that is essentially wholly.
I have to also underline one thing. I used to be one of those people who would non-stop spam competitive games in Overwatch. Coming back to the competitive scene as an Overwatch 2, it doesn't feel the same. People don't seem to have the same mindset anymore whatsoever. It feels like a casual game, even in ranked.
Wholly devoid of progression. It feels stingy. It feels like it's always the hard sell. And that, to me, is fundamentally just kind of depressing. It's a shell of itself. But let's step back for a second and look at how Overwatch 2 has actually performed by the numbers. At least in Steam, Overwatch 2 is doing fairly okay. I mean, seriously, it is. November 2023 had it averaging 20.6k concurrents. By March, that was 26.5k concurrents, and by September, 35.3k concurrents. So, from 20.6 to 35.3. That is over 50% year-on-year growth, basically, and that's only in Steam. I assume that most people play Overwatch on Battle.net, and it actually managed to hit rank 6 of PC Game Pass with this event. And when you look at the peak players, it's a similar enough story. It's obviously a bit more spiky, though I will say the Overwatch Classic event has been rather muted. Launch day spiked to 50.15k players, the next day spiked to 56.6, and it's just been kind of low, in my opinion. Now,
it's also because the marketing for that event was definitely non-existent. And on top of that, People who used to adore Overwatch feel so scorned by it that even an event like this would not make them come back.
Usually Sunday is the strongest day in Steam, but I do think that this is fairly weak. What's concerning is the numbers that I've just covered are basically what the game was getting last month. I feel like Overwatch Classic should be hitting way harder than it has been, but I'm not surprised when I look at it. You see, concurrency is going to be heavily reliant on how much people are playing, like session length will massively inflate concurrency. And I look at this and I see, yeah, it's Classic as a limited time event, that's fine, but the rewards, the progression are absolutely shallow. It's an icon, a spray, a name tag, a title.
I kind of feel like them, like, watching the ad for Overwatch Classic, right? I kind of feel like it's more of an insult.
Yeah.
Being like, hey, remember that game that you used to really love and play every single day? Hey, we have a limited time event where you can remember how the game was really great and then cry yourself to sleep. So the timeline of Overwatch. Overwatch 1 came out, so it's a pay-to-play game. No one was bothered by it. There were loot boxes, no one was bothered by it. Company makes money, the players are enjoying it. Then they are teasing Overwatch PvE. People are like, hell yeah, we love Overwatch. Overwatch PvE would be great. Then they announced that there's gonna be an Overwatch 2 completely. And people are like, confused. Like, what exactly will you change? We don't know. Let's see. Then they announced Overwatch 2 is gonna launch with PvE, and Overwatch 1 will be completely done, shelved, taken out behind the shed.
Yep.
People started going like, what the hell is happening? And then they announced it's okay if you had an Overwatch 1 account before a specific date, you will get this new version for free. You'll get the PvE and Overwatch 2 version for free. You don't need to worry about it. So everyone's like, oh, okay, that makes sense, I guess. We still get Overwatch, and since Overwatch 2 is going play for free, we still get PvE for free because we had Overwatch 1 and we paid money for it, right? Everyone's like, okay, maybe it's gonna work out. Then they're announcing that there's gonna be no PvE. Overwatch 2 is for free, anyone can play it, and you're just standing there like a moron thinking, okay, so I paid money for Overwatch 1. Overwatch 2 is free to play for everyone, and there's no reward for me to play, even though they promised there's gonna be a reward because I originally bought the game. We were like, okay, okay. And there's also people who bought the PvE version on top of having accounts.
Yep.
And I'm like, no. There is no PvE. We're not able to do PvE, even though we teased PvE for over a year. We're scrapping it. You will not get PvE. And we're also keeping your money. And people are like, huh. That's weird. That's suspicious.
Yep.
Overwatch 2 drops. People are hate reviewing it. People are unhappy. But slowly, Overwatch 2 is emerging back with people playing it. They're saying, yes, we cannot do PvE. There's no equipment. No one has came up with a system how to even make PvE. It's impossible. It's impossible, I tell ya. Everyone like, okay, I guess I'll kick some dust and shut the fuck up. I mean, shut the hell up. And later on, okay, people are getting over it slowly, playing Overwatch 2 again. People are enjoying, and Overwatch puts its foot down and goes, hey guys, I heard you want PvE. And now you can buy that PvE on Steam and Battle.net. Is it actually a PvE? No freaking way, it's not. And now, remember, we'll go back to the skins you were used to be able to buy. with loot boxes, win by whatever. Now, you get a battle pass who barely gives you enough points to buy a skin. You have a monetization system where you have to do minimum 2 purchases to buy a skin. They'll introduce the Mythic system in the battle pass to grind out the entire battle pass to get the Mythic skin. But no. That's not enough. That's not enough. Now, they're gonna remove the Mythic skins from the battle pass. Now you have to either grind out the Mythic skins, Mythic points, or buy it with, cash money, honey. But even if you buy it, you have to make 2 motherfucking purchases. I just wanted to have the whole timeline out there.
That's nothing that people want. Half-hearted at best. What this is doing is it is wearing the skin of Overwatch 1, but with the demotivational rot of Overwatch 2. Perhaps most surprising to some is how this was Blizzard's answer to the usual BlizzCon time spot. Over in the land of Warcraft, we've got them actually doing work in Warcraft 3 Reforged. The World of Warcraft announcements were actually terrific, straight up fantastic. And Warcraft 1 and 2 have got a remaster that actually look really damn good. Yet over here, it's just this little limited time event. Not that, of course, Overwatch players are used to big BlizzCons anymore. The last one was a K-pop store tie-in. Strategically, though, these games are all using the same playbook because it's a cheap way to re-engage one of the assets they do have: lapsed players. Every free-to-play game has got tens of millions of lapsed players. And in terms of development time, bringing back an old rule set is not exactly a hard thing to do, so it's a cost-effective way to drum up some excitement, especially when your cosmetics can truck on as usual and dip into the back catalogue, as we've seen with the Overwatch Classic store bundles. Just look at Apex Legends with their 5 times more expensive retro packs. But for Overwatch, it will not work as well as it did in Apex. It will not work as well as it will in Fortnite, because meaningless challenge rewards and some Battle Pass XP is a...
These rewards mean nothing. This mode also... Yes, it's gonna pull some nostalgia strings, but honestly, if you guys feel the same way as I do, it's gonna make you just even more angry. Just constant reminder of how great the game used to be.
Poor offering in today's competitive market. What Blizzard does have is world-leading character designs. And yeah, they can get some titillating looking skins.
Yeah, in the past, Overwatch had one of the best character design, in my opinion. It's a bias, I know, but it was my opinion. And their skins were amazing. But I wouldn't say the same thing with the new characters or the new skins. They look boring, like they ran out of ideas.
They can do the obvious thing that will obviously sell, and people will just give over their money. But that's not really a long-term sustainable business, because the foundational progression of Overwatch 2 is hollow, it is unengaging. Blizzard fundamentally needs to fix this problem, because whenever they say, hey gamers, come back, play Overwatch 2, here's a big reason for you to play, and you just get a spray. That just tells people that they don't give a fuck about you unless you are going to be dropping serious, full game price amounts of money on the store, because that's where all the exciting stuff is happening. The other angle to this is, of course, 6v6, and there is going to be more 6v6 testing. I've got no horse in that race. To me, Overwatch 1 became a pretty tired alt spam fest, and I actually enjoyed the sweatier gameplay of Overwatch 2, but it's safe to say that I am in the minority. And that speaks to the game's broader problem. Overwatch 1's gargantuan audience was broad, novelty-oriented, reward-oriented, and not always competitive. Foundationally, Overwatch does not support that mode of play anymore. Those people will not be lured in by Battle Pass XP, especially when Overwatch 2's Battle Passes are as underwhelming as they are. And that means that Overwatch will continue as a narrowly successful live service shooter, but unless they bring about large systemic change that...
Look, one of the telltale signs was that this game is definitely more catered to casuals than competitive players. And again, there's nothing wrong with being a casual player, and there's nothing wrong with being a competitive player. But when your dailies, your weeklies, and your monthlies are you have to play this character, then you have to play this character, then you have to play this role, then this role. You have to heal this amount, do damage this amount, shield damage this amount. The game keeps on throwing you back and forth of all the stuff you have to do with different roles, different characters.
Yeah, you'll never get better.
You have already a whole day that you have to live. You won't have time to complete all of these challenges and go play competitive.
Fundamentally opens the game up to more players and fixes its demotivational reward psychology, it will always, first and foremost, be known as a missed opportunity. And while we're talking about missed opportunity,
And it's not just that you won't have enough time to play competitive. Yes, you could be playing as a flex in ranked, but with how the ranking system in Overwatch now is, you have a specific rank for a specific role. You won't have the time or the effort to rank up a specific role since you have to jump back and forth constantly.